Hey guys, it's Rachel. Today's video is gonna be about Koreans reacting to Will Smith smacking on Chris Rock at Oscar yesterday. As you guys know, I am Korean, and I thought you guys might be interested in how Koreans view this incident. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what happened yesterday, but for those of you who don't know, at the Academy show, Chris Rock made a joke about Jada, Will Smith's wife, about her losing hair, about her bald hair, and Will Smith didn't take it very well. He literally walked up to Chris Rock and smacked him on his face on television, and everybody watched it, everybody saw it. And personally, I'm a fan of both of them. I love Will Smith and Chris Rock. So when I watched it, I couldn't believe my eyes. Of course, I went online and I've been reading so many comments. Most of them were complimenting Chris Rock on his professionalism and criticizing Will Smith for the violence. So here are the comments. Lighten up. You just embarrassed yourself. Not cool. Are you kidding me, dude? Calm the hell down. Chris Rock is about to bounce back with the greatest comedy tour of his life after this. Chris still laughed it off and kept smiling. Took it like a gentleman. Yeah, so those are the comments, and actually they say Chris Rock's comedy concert tour ticket sales have gone up since yesterday's incident. But guys, this is why I am making this video. I'm making this video to show you how Koreans react to it, right? The way I see it, Koreans' comments were very different from the comments that I've been reading. And this was really interesting to me. There were even comments like, this is the culture shock. Like, we don't see things eye to eye. How are we so different? Koreans are now realizing there is a barrier between our cultures. You know, it was a shock to me too. I'm pretty familiar with both the cultures, so I know where we are all coming from. But even so, how we can interpret the same incident so differently was so interesting to me and made me really think why we are so different about this. Because, you know, if you think about it, we like a lot of the same things. We like the same food, we like the same music, we like the same people. But at the end of the day, when something like this happens, the way we view things are so different. And if people feel like there's a barrier between the two different cultures, well, this is something to think about. So before I share with you how I personally think about this incident, let me share with you how Koreans react to this incident. Let me read some Koreans' comments. And by the way, as a Korean, I totally can see where we are all coming from. So I am with those comments, but at the end of the video, I will also share with you my thoughts. Let's go. Is it violence only when you hit someone with your fist? It could hurt more when you hurt someone with your words. Makes sense? There should be no violence under any circumstances. I'll give you that. I get that 100%. But this must include verbal violence against the weak. It's heartbreaking to see that his wife has been through an unimaginably hard time and his whole family has been there for her. Yeah, right? If I had to choose between the two to be one of my family members, my husband or my father, I would choose Will Smith than someone who's habitually mocking others. Wow, it's amazing that such a bitter sound is considered as a joke. Very nice. They don't consider verbal violence as violence? Isn't verbal abuse a violence? The wound that was slapped will heal over time, but what about the wound that the family suffered from the verbal abuse? Something to think about. I don't know who writes Chris Rock's jokes, but stop making jokes that mock other people. You can still be hilarious without hurting others' feelings. Yeah, like making someone the butt of the joke. I'm so tired of a mockery being consumed as a joke. Why can't you take it as a joke and be so sensitive? We all know, we all heard about this. She didn't shave her head. She's losing her hair. He deserves to be beaten up. Chris Rock is crazy to mess with someone's family issue. It's strange to put up with it when they mess with your family. Will Smith did a great job. We need to focus on Chris hurting Jada and Will's feelings first, not about how he proceeded the show like a professional. Okay, so as you guys can see, the same thing happened, but we think so differently. You know, when I hear Americans' point of view, the majority of comments were rooting for Chris Rock, complimenting him how he handled the situation very professionally. He even made it look like it was all scripted. I was really confused when it first happened, but yeah, Will Smith made it very clear. But Koreans, some people even defend Will Smith. A lot of people understand why Will Smith acted the way he did. And most Koreans actually criticized Chris Rock, not Will Smith. So why? Right? Why are we so different? So here is my take on why Koreans think the way we think. Why I think we are so different. Number one, the atmosphere of Korean award show and American award show are so different. It's completely different. American award show, there are jokes and people make fun of each other. It is cultural. People make jokes, give each other hard times. But Korean award show, it's more official. It's never about giving each other hard times. It's more about celebrating them and acknowledging their hard work. So that could be one of the main reasons. Koreans are simply not used to that environment. At an award show, the MC making fun of the nominee. Koreans rather think that it is more like a verbal abuse because simply the joke wasn't funny. To Jada and to his Will Smith's family, it was something that they were really sad about and something that they were going through together, getting through together. So Koreans viewed it not as a haha joke, but more like a verbal abuse. And number two, about the verbal abuse, we take it super serious in Korea. Verbal abuse is really taken seriously here, even as serious as physical abuse. And number three, this is Korean sentiment, but we have a saying here that goes, a joke can only be a joke when we are all laughing. If a joke is at someone's expense, if only you are laughing and the other person is not, then it is not a joke. So it is about, are you laughing at him or are you laughing together? Of course, Koreans understand that Chris Rock didn't have any bad intention. I am 100% sure that Chris Rock didn't mean to hurt Jada's feeling. I believe that. However, Jada didn't laugh. Number four, this is the biggest one probably. Koreans can be brutal about defending my family's honor thing. This is probably a cultural thing, but Koreans are super serious about defending my parents' honor, my family's honor. If someone hurts my family, that's it. We are at war. I'm not gonna let it pass. Like, we are doing this now. It's a Korean thing. But here is how I think about the whole situation though. I read Will Smith's apology. Here he said that jokes at my expenses are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear and I reacted emotionally. Guys, I 100% get this. I am the same way. If somebody came at my family, I wouldn't be able to handle my anger. Like, I would be so frustrated and upset too. I'd be so mad. But even so, I don't think violence should be an answer to that. Again, I get Will Smith 1000%, but I still don't think he should have punched or smacked Chris Rock. He really shouldn't have, because he has this enormous amount of influence on this society and even on the kids too. If we allow violence, then what this society will be, eventually the victim of all that will be weak people. So that is why I am against violence, no matter who did the wrong first. You know what I mean? It's the same way when I walk down the street with my mom. If somebody drives horribly like an asshole and startled both of us, me and my mom, on the street, and obviously we are super upset, but I tell my mom, please don't say anything, because there are a lot of psychos out there. If it gets violent, if it gets physical, I know for sure that I can't protect my mom. Do you know how weak I am? So I believe violence, like no violence, is there to protect people like me, and I think it's so important. Violence should never be an answer, even though how upset you are at the moment. If you were abused by the verbal abuse, I get that you are upset, sad, but there are other ways that you can react to that. I really believe if Will Smith, instead of hitting Chris Rock on the face, if he made a speech about how he's proud of Jada for being a champion and how he loves and supports her, I'm sure that was a better way of defending her honor. And maybe he could have made a joke about Chris Rock, and I don't know, maybe Chris Rock felt sorry for his cheap joke. I don't know. But no matter what happened, regardless of what happened before, the one who raises his fist, nothing can justify that, I don't think. Let's say a woman or a kid said something horrible about your family. You were super angry, and if you hurt either of them, can it ever be justified? You hitting a woman or a child? No, that is obvious. Same rule applies to Chris Rock as well. Violence can never be justified. And also, this is very important too. You know, can we stop making jokes at somebody's expense? Like, would it be asking too much? I don't really get that part. Just because somebody is a celebrity, I don't know. Does he really have to have a thick skin and get all the punches? I don't know. He has gotta be always like, all right. Haha, that's funny, ha ha ha. Ah, stop it. Why? Can we all laugh together? Why do we have to make fun of each other? Can we all laugh together, not at somebody? And if that is me asking too much, because Will Smith also said it is part of his job, taking those jokes, how about not making fun of people who have illness, or making jokes about their family or their weak spots? Because clearly it wasn't funny. Will Smith left first. It is the social situation, but he saw how much it hurt Jada, and why? Why is it funny? Am I laughing? Is there a smile on my face? No, she's clearly frowning. That made him realize that, oh shit, like she got hurt. I don't know. But what do you guys think? I thought it was really interesting how different we can be about viewing the same situation. I just thought you could take away a few things from this video. I know you like getting to know more about Korean culture, and I think this can show a lot about Korean sentiment and the sensitive things that differentiates Koreans' view from others. So hope it was interesting to you, because it was really interesting to me. And let me know what you think about what happened, your point of view. Leave me comments down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Peace out, love you, and goodbye.